Picture this. You walk into your office Monday morning and you could feel it. The heavy, lifeless energy hanging in the air. Employees scrolling down their phones, doing the bare minimum, and counting down to 5 p.m. Here's the brutal truth that most leaders refuse to face. 71% of employees are mentally checked out. But here's what's even more shocking. Most leaders think that this is how business works. Let me break down what 71% disengagement actually looks like. Out of every 10 people on your team, only 3 are genuinely engaged. These are people who would defend your company at a dinner party. 5 are disengaged. They show up, do exactly what's required, collect their paycheck, and go home. Nothing more, nothing less. And 2 are actively disengaged. These people aren't just checked out. They are actively working against you. They are complaining in the break room, recruiting others to join their misery, and often they are the most vocal people in your organization. Now here's where the most leaders get it completely wrong. They look at this problem and blame the employees. They're just lazy, they say. Must be the unmotivated generation. But research shows that the real culprit is inadequate leadership, toxic workplace culture, and broken promises. So why do smart leaders ignore this massive problem? Because they confuse engagement with activity. They think engagement means people work late hours. Wrong. That might be burnout. They think it means the work gets done. Wrong. That might be fear-based compliance. They think it means someone's doing the work of 3 people. Wrong. That's probably someone covering for disengaged teammates. Real engagement is simple. It's when your employees would brag about you in a job interview instead of trash talking you. It's when they genuinely care about the company's success, not just their paycheck. As Simon Sinek says, most leaders focus on managing tasks when their real job is leading people. And that's exactly where the solution lies. Here's the good news. Employee engagement is completely in your control as a leader. There is a proven framework called engagement leadership that solves this problem systematically. Think of it like a table with 4 legs. Remove any one leg and the whole thing collapses. But get all 4 right and you create a culture where people actually want to work. The 4 legs are directional leadership, motivational leadership, organizational leadership, and character core. Let me walk you through each one with examples that you immediately can implement, starting with the foundation. There's directional leadership. Directional leadership is about building consensus for your vision. Most employees are disengaged because they don't understand how their daily work matters. Here's how to fix it. First, recruit your top 30%. At Southwest Airlines, they identified their most engaged employees and make them culture champions. These aren't managers. They are peers who naturally influence others. Second, communicate progress constantly. Buffer shares their revenue dashboard with all employees every month. No vague "we are doing well" updates, specific numbers and real progress. Third, connect individual work to bigger outcomes. A hospital CEO started sharing patient recovery stories in staff meetings, showing exactly how each department's work saved actual lives. When people see they contribute to something meaningful, engagement follows naturally. Which brings us to the motivational piece. Motivational leadership. Motivational leadership isn't about pizza parties and motivational posters. It's about creating an environment where people actually want to pursue your vision. Start with positive motivation instead of fear. Don't say, if we don't hit targets, there will be layoffs. Say, when we hit these targets, we'll expand the team and create advanced opportunities. Research shows positive motivation increases performance, by 31%. Celebrate small wins daily, not just quarterly. Zappos doesn't just have Employees of the Month, they celebrate daily wins in team meetings. Someone went above and beyond for a customer? That gets recognized immediately. Create genuine work-life balance. Microsoft Japan implemented a 4-day work week, and productivity increased by 40%. When you respect people's time, they give you their best effort. But motivation without empowerment is just manipulation. That's where organizational leadership comes in. Organizational leadership is about developing your team to actually realize the vision. It's giving people the authority to solve problems, not just follow orders. Ritz-Carlton gives every employee $2,000 to solve customer problems without asking permission. Imagine the engagement level when people can actually fix what's broken instead of watching problems pile up. Google's 20% time policy led to Gmail and AdSense because they invested in employee development instead of just extracting value. Here's the key insight from leadership expert Clint Swindall. There are only 4 reasons people fail: skill, knowledge, resources, or motivation. All 4 are completely within a leader's powers to influence. But none of this works without the 4th component, which holds everything together: character core. Character core is the foundation that makes everything else possible. As Swindall puts it, it doesn't matter how good you are at the mechanics of leadership if people question your character. When Patagonia discovered environmental issues in their supply chain, they publicly admitted it and spent millions fixing it, even though it hurt short-term profits. That's character core in action. During the 2008 recession, the CEO of Barry Ware refused to lay anyone off, saying, "I will not ask 1,000 people to suffer so that 100 can prosper." Your people are watching everything you do. If you say you value innovation, but you punish every single mistake, your character core is broken. If you preach work-life balance, but send emails at midnight, nobody believes you. So how do you actually implement this? Start simple. This week, pick one small success from your team and celebrate it publicly. Share one piece of company information that you normally wouldn't. Ask one engaged employee for input on an upcoming decision. Next week, have one-on-ones with your disengaged team members using Swindall's framework. Ask yourself, do they lack skill, knowledge, resource, or motivation? Then actually fix what's missing. Within a month, audit one policy for alignment with your started values. Give your team more decision-making authority in one specific area. Create one new development opportunity. The research is clear. Organizations that implement these core changes see significant improvement in satisfaction, productivity, and retention. But it only works if you actually do it. Here's the bottom line. 71% employee disengagement isn't a people problem, it's a leadership problem. And that means it's completely solvable. Your people don't want to be disengaged. They start every job hoping to find their productive place. They're waiting for you to give them something meaningful to run toward to instead of away from. So here's your homework. Pick one component of today's video and implement one action step this week. Comment below and tell me which one you are starting with. If this video changed how you think about employee engagement, hit that like button and subscribe for more leadership content that actually works. Remember, you have a choice. You can keep blaming your people for being unmotivated, or you can become the engaged leader they deserve.